So if you made it this far in the video on the cool down here now, then you know that everything in life takes faith, number one, belief, and then willingness to let go of who you are today for the person that you can become or will become for tomorrow. That's the hardest part. Faith and belief is easy. You could say, oh yeah, I choose to believe. Oh yeah. Oh, I have faith. Yeah, I know the Bible. I know Jesus. But letting go of who you are today for the person that you are going to become tomorrow is the hardest part for most people. Because that may mean you have to let go of jobs. You have to let go of relationships. You have to let go of the past hurt and the pain, unforgiveness. You got to let go of habits. You got to let go of rituals. You have to let go of where you might live. You might have to let go of the groups that you hang out with. You might have to even let go of the way you eat. You might have to let go of the conversations that you're having. So, I mean, I could go on and on. You might have to let go of sleep. You might have to let go of hanging out every weekend. You might have to work 7 days a week for a year, 2 years, 3 years. That's the hardest part for people. But how do you start doing that? Is you got to get your instructions every single day from your Heavenly Father. You got to ask the Lord, say, Lord, what is it that you want me to do? What is it that you want me to be? What are your plans for me? And when God answers those plans, don't try to reason it out with Him and try to make sense of His plans to fit into your plans. God's plans don't fit into your plans. This is the act of obedience. And obedience is the hardest thing for people to do because people don't want to feel like they're not in control. But God is never out of control. He's never reckless with your life. And it says in the Bible that He causes all things good and bad to work together for your good. That means if something bad's happening, that means it had to pass through God's approval before it had to enter into your life. And if something good's happening in your life, that's God's approval to bring that goodness into your life. So don't just say, I just want the good things. God's never reckless. And His plans are not necessarily your plans. In fact, most of the time, it's not going to fit into your plans. However, surrender every day. Be obedient to His plans. And if you endure, when it says I can endure and do all things with Christ who strengthens you, you will see the breakthroughs that you want to see. But sometimes seeing a breakthrough means you got to take a step down, 2 steps down, 3 steps down, 4 steps down before you can rise up. I've seen God do that many times in my life, cut me back. In other words, when you prune a tree, you got to cut it back so that it can grow larger, more fuller, more healthier. It's the same thing with us. Sometimes God cuts us back. We have to take steps down for long periods of time before we can rise up and be a strong pillar to see the blessings that He has prepared for us. So don't discredit that, okay? Just because you're taking steps down and things are really difficult doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean that you made too many bad choices. It doesn't mean that you cannot recover, okay? It just means that there's a work that needs to be done in you and maybe in the situation around you, or maybe bring you through some painful places so that you can develop and that you can take action, right? And you can surrender so that you can step forward instead of taking a half a step forward. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, that's it. I got to get to work. I can't keep on talking. I got to get out there. I got contractors I got to meet. Anyway, live free, live amazingly.